Yes, today we're talking about the topic hybridations. Hybridations is generated from the word that is called hybrid. Hybrid. In this topic, we study that when the two or more similar energy similar energy containing orbital overlap with each other with each other and form new orbital. The new orbital is being called hybrid orbital. We take the example, suppose we have the s orbital. S orbital is spherical in shape, and we have one of the p orbital, and p orbital are dumbbell in shape, and these are we have atomic orbital. These are atomic orbital. When these two atomic orbital having the similar energy combine with each other or overlap with each other, intermix, then they formed new orbital. And new orbital is being like this shape. And the number of these new orbital, which has been called hybrid orbital. The number of hybrid orbital are same as the number of atomic orbital. Here we have the two atomic orbital, then we have two hybrid orbital, and these hybrid orbital are being formed by intermixing of one of the s orbital and one of the p orbital. So both of these are sp hybridized orbital. Both of these are sp hybridized orbital. And if we have one of the s and two of the p, like this is we have the px orbital and this is we have the py orbital, intermixed with each other, then they formed three hybrid orbital, because here we have three atomic orbital, that is one of the s and two of the p orbital. Then hybrid orbital also three in number, and here we can see one s and two p. So these are being sp2 and sp2 hybrid orbital. And this process or phenomena is being called hybridations. This process and phenomena is called hybridations. Now we are talking about the conditions for hybridations. Conditions for hybridations. That is, one of the condition is half filled and fully filled valence shell orbital can participate in hybridations. Second one is the sigma bonded. Only sigma bonded orbital are participate in hybridations. And third one is vacant valence shell orbital can also participate in hybridations. These are the conditions, that is half filled and fully filled valence shell orbital can participate in hybridations. Second one, the sigma bonded orbital can participate in hybridations. And third one is vacant valence shell orbital can also participate in hybridations. So next we talking about the type of hybridations. Types of hybridations. That is, we have types of hybridization. The first one we have sp hybridization. Sp hybridization. And sp, as their name, sp, that means one of the s subshell orbital and one of the p subshell orbital can participate in hybridations. We take the example like we have the beryllium hydride. Beryllium hydride. Here we have the beryllium atomic number 4 and its electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p0. Here we see that beryllium can combine with two hydrogen atoms. That means it have required two half-filled orbital for the bond formations. In that case, beryllium, that is, these are, we have the valence shell, that is 2s, and we have the 2p, 1, 2, and there is 0 electron in p subshell orbital. But in excited state, the one of the electron can transfer from lower energy orbital to higher energy orbital, that is beryllium excited state configurations, that is 2s, and we have 2p, 1, 2. These orbital can participate in hybridations, that is s orbital and p orbital, that is px, py and pz orbital. These orbital intermix into each other and formed a new orbital. These are being hybrid orbital. This one s and one of the p orbital are atomic orbital, and these are being formed hybrid orbital. Then they can be overlap with one s orbital of hydrogens, one s orbital of hydrogen, that is spherical in shape. So in beryllium hydride we can write it, that is we have the 2s and 2p, that is px, py and pz. One electron in 2s, one electron in 2p. But now these are in hybrid conditions. That means one of the s orbital of hydrogens is overlapped with this, and one of these overlap with this one. And our simple way, it can be called sp hybridization of beryllium in the compound of beryllium hydride. In formula, beryllium is the atom having the hybrid orbital. This is sp and this is also sp hybrid orbital, and then one of the hydrogen overlap with this sp hybrid orbital, and one of the hydrogen atom overlap with this hydrogen this sp hybridized orbital. And in that case, the beryllium hydride can be so, the compound of the beryllium can be so sp hybridations. Next we take the one more example, that is only sigma bonded orbital can be count in hybridations. That is we take the example of carbon dioxide. As we see in the structure of carbon dioxide, it will be the linear structure. It will be formed one of the sigma bond and one of the sigma bond with both of the oxygen, and second bond is being pi bond. That means in carbon dioxide, carbon formed one sigma bond with one oxygen and one pi bond with one oxygen in each. So in carbon, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This is electron configuration. This is valence shell electronic configurations, and it will be represented in orbital form. Here we can see 1, 2 electron in 2s orbital and 2 electron in 2p orbital. 1, 2. But here we can see carbon can form the 4 bond, that is 2 sigma and 2 pi bond. So it have required 4 half-filled orbital. That's why one of the electron of the 2s will be transferred into vacant orbital of the 2p. In that case, carbon excited state configurations one, 2s and 2p. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we can see the any of the atom first form the sigma bond. If it will be not to be able to complete its valency with another of the atom, then it will form the pi bond. So these two orbital are being used in pi bond formations, and these two orbital, one of the s and one of the p orbital, can be formed bond with the oxygen atom, that is sigma bond with oxygen atom, and 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the oxygen atom sigma bond, one of the oxygen atom sigma bond, and these two orbital are being used in pi bond formations. That means only these two orbital are being formed a hybrid orbital, two hybrid orbital, and that's why it will be formed. So the sp hybridations of carbon in carbon dioxide. Next, we're talking about the next type of hybridations, that is sp2 hybridations. That is second type, sp2 hybridations. In this, one of the s and s subcell and two p subcell orbital, two p subcell orbital are participating in hybridations. That is s orbital, and these are p orbital. S, this is px, py. Then they intermix into each other and formed the equal number of hybrid orbital, and then it will be so. That means this orbital is sp2 hybridized, this is also sp2, this is also sp2. For this we take the example of like aluminium chloride. In this aluminium having the electron configurations 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p1. This is we have the valence shell, and simply we can represent it aluminium, that is we have the 3s, and this is we have the 3p, 3s, 3p, this is px, py and pz orbital. Two electrons are present in s subcell orbital, 1, 2 and 1 in the p subcell, and here we can see the aluminum can form the 3 bond with the 3 chlorine atom. Then it will be formed 3 half-filled orbital, that is one of the electron transfer into excited state into py orbital, that is 1 2 3. Then these three orbital formed into of aluminium, one of the s and two of the p intermix into each other and form a new orbital. They will be overlapped with the chlorine atom. And in case of aluminum chloride, it can be represented as 1 2 3, one of the chlorine atom, second orbital, and third chlorine atom. This is hybrid orbital, that is sp2. This is also sp2, this is also sp2. Then these all three orbitals are sp2 hybrid orbital. Here we can see this is vacant orbital, but due to transfer of electron in higher energy level, it will be also included in the hybridations. Then next we talking about the third type of hybridations, sp3. That means 1s and 3 p orbital are participate in hybridations. That is s subcell orbital, and this is we have px, py, and pz orbital. These four orbital, 1s and 3 p orbital, are intermixed into each other and formed four new orbital. In hybrid orbital, one lobe will be represented with in larger size, which contain approx 98% part, and one lobe is being small, that will be contain 2% of the size of the lobes. And here we can see these new orbital are being formed by intermixing of 1s and 3p. That means this orbital is also sp3, this is also sp3, and all these four orbital are sp3 orbital, whether they are fully filled or they are half filled. We take the example in case of methane. Carbon contain 1 2 1 2. This is we have 2s 2p. This is ground state, and in excited state, one of the electron is transferred into vacant orbital of the p subcell orbital. Then 1 2 3 4. These four half-filled orbital are intermixed into each other, and they can be formed for new hybrid orbital. This is sp3, 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 sp3. That means these all the orbital contain character of one of the s and 3 of the p orbital, and hydrogens atom will be overlapped with these four orbital, and it will be simply represent as CH4, one of the s. And but actually these are like this hybrid orbital, but simple representation we can represent also like this: one of the hydrogens, 2 3 and 4 hydrogen atom, and it will be so sp3 hybridations. Same as the d orbital can be also participate in the hybridations. In hybridations, we can calculate the direct hybridations by the simple formula that can be used to calculate the hybridations. of some of the atoms, molecules or ions, like n. N is a number of hybrid orbital. Number of hybrid orbital is being equal to 1 by 2 valence shell electron plus monovalent bonded atom. Monovalent bonded atoms means the atoms which can be formed the single bond only, and minus is the cation. If it will be contain positive charge, then how many number of positive charge, then it will be subtracted. If it contain the positive charge, then it will be added. This is the formula that can be used to calculate the number of hybrid orbital. Like we take the example, like we have the CH4. We have to find out the hybridations of the carbon. Carbon contain valence shell electron in carbon is being 4, and monovalent bonded atom. That means, as we know, hydrogens can form only single bond. Hydrogens can form only single bond, and so these are monovalent bonded atom are 4. But there is no positive and no negative charge. That means we have no need to represent this. And then number of hybrid orbital is 1 by 2, 4 plus 4. Then we have 2 by 8. That means we have the 4 hybrid orbital. In covalent bond formations, we start the hybridations from the S, 1 of the S and 3 of the P, that is sp, 3 hybridations. And same way we calculate the hybridations of the central atom, that is oxygen. In case of oxygen atom, as we know, oxygen atomic number 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, and it will contain valence shell electron. There is 4 plus 2, 6 valence shell electrons are present, and hydrogen's monovalent bonded atoms are being 2. So number of hybrid orbital, that is 1 by 2 into 6 plus 2, that is 8 by 2, means 4. That means in case of water, oxygen also have the sp3 hybridations, also sp3 hybridations. If we take the another example, like we have the compounds, or we can say ion, which contain positive or negative charge, like hydronium ion, we have H3O positive ion, and here we have to calculate the hybridations of oxygen, and valence shell electron of oxygen, that is central atom, is being 6. Monovalent bonded atom, here we have the 3 hydrogen atom. We have the 3 hydrogen atom, so we have the 3 monovalent bonded atom. But here we have the 1 of the positive charge. Cationic charge is being 1. So as per formula, number of hybrid orbital 1 by 2 into valence shell electron plus monovalent bonded atom. If it will be contain cationic charge, positive charge, that will be subtracted 6, 9, and it will be 8 by 2. That means in hydronium ion also it will be contain 4 hybrid orbital, and that will be sp3 hybrid orbital. We take more example, that is we have the PCl5. We have to find out the hybridations of phosphorus, that is phosphorus atomic number 15, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. So number of valence shell electron are 5. Monovalent bonded atom, chlorine can form the single bond with the phosphorus, so it will be contain 5 monovalent bonded atom, and there will be no positive and no negative charge. Then number of hybrid orbital are 1 by 2, valence and electron 5 plus monovalent bonded 5, that is 10 by 2, that is 5. Here we have the more than 4. Then hybridations is being 1 of the S and 3 of the P. After P we get the hybridations of d orbital. It will be so sp 3 and d. There is total 5 hybrid orbital are present. So this is the topic by which we can find out the hybridations of different molecules and ions. Thank you.